Yeah, I really liked that game from us. I thought hard finding ice to create scoring chances for both teams, and I thought both teams checked hard, skated hard, had pretty good pace to the game, and there was some heaviness to it too, especially at the point of the puck. And um, as the game went on, though, I thought we got more and more dangerous and spent more time in the attack zone, created more scoring chances, and yeah, it was a good all-around hockey game. I thought, right from Nate all the way through our lineup, our guys checked hard and they were determined on the offensive side of it. But I thought both goalies played really well.
It seemed like that you guys had to kind of battle through to get kind of into that game, maybe some sloppiness there out of the gate. How much do you like the fact that your team kind of fought through some of the, jumping on the puck?
Yeah. There's no question we early in the game some of our puck play wasn't the best, but that you got to give them credit for some of it too. I think that they didn't give us a lot of room to move, and they have really good sticks, some big long guys, and then on the offensive side of it for them, they have a heaviness to them, right? Like they can hang on to pucks and try and wear you down. And I thought we were patient and in control in our D zone, so we didn't have to, like, just because they had the puck didn't mean that they were creating something dangerous. So there was a work ethic there and a patience and sticking with the system on the defensive side of it. No question we got better and quicker as the game went on, though, with our puck play, with our skating, and then started to find a few openings to create some chances.
We know how your love for shootouts you've expressed over the years, but when it gets deeper than three, like, what is the strategy there? Is it a thought out, or are you just looking like, okay?
When we try to pick our best guys, our most talented guys, like Val's been really good for us in the shootouts. Could make an argument for him to shoot earlier. I like going with our top guys, and giving them the opportunity, especially when the game's on the line, and especially when they play like they played tonight. You want to give them the opportunity to have the game on their stick. So, but we have a number of guys that we like, and Mitty's one of them. Like all the guys that shot tonight, we still had a couple more that we can go to. After that, you'd be reaching a little bit, but we don't get in a whole bunch of shootouts. It doesn't seem like anyway.
You've been complimentary of Val literally since the first game he came back, but I guess maybe the Florida game, this game, even the Tampa, like it just feels like this is a different level that's in the first couple of years.
He's getting there. I thought really that tonight there was some really good flashes of him being really strong on the puck and battling through checks to be able to make some plays. So that showed up quite a bit. And then there was other times in the game I felt like looked like Val had heavy legs. He didn't have like the separation speed that he can normally have. So his game's still coming. I think it's you get in a game like that where guys are leaning on you all the time. It didn't quite look to me like he had as much energy as he has in years past or games past. But I do think that like his details have been tight, his puck play's starting to come. Like that's the one thing he missed a lot of time, and it's just that finishing touch and the last little bit of execution on some plays that he's seeing, and he's been unable to make some plays and under pressure. But I thought it took a couple games for Drew's execution to come, and Val's he can expect it to take a little bit longer just because of how much time he spent off the ice. So. I'm pretty happy with his game, though, to be able to come in and do what he's been doing.
You shifted lines around a bit again tonight. Was there any one combination that you saw that you particularly liked?
I liked all our lines. I stayed with him pretty much the whole night. I bounced. Like Bradley, I thought played really good in his first game, and we played him for the bulk of the game, and then I shortened the bench a little bit just because of the magnitude of the game and the score. I doubled up Mac sometimes with Mikko and Middlestead. It's a lot of ice time for anyone else but Mac, it seems like, So he has the ability to kind of double shift a little bit, and I like him with Mikko and Mitty and all those top six guys. So, you get a team on the ropes a little bit, and we try to leave them out there and let them do their thing. So, but for the most part, I left their lines, and I liked the way they worked.
Nate didn't pick him made points tonight. Did it feel to you like he was kind of the emotional leader and kind of with setting the tone for the work ethic?
He was outstanding tonight. Yeah, on the defensive side of it, he was rock solid. And like I think he had. I mean, it just seemed like he was shooting the puck. I think he had 19 attempts and 10 shots on net and multiple chances to score. And you know, again, their goalie played well, but he was finding a way to be dangerous all night. And then on top of that, I thought his checking, that was one of the better checking games he's had all year.
Did you spend much time looking at the Tampa game, or did you really did flush it quickly?
I looked through the chances for and chances against and a couple other things, and then, you know, moved on to, I was cutting up Vegas already in the latter part of the flight.
Last you guys.
Kovalenko had a pretty solid game. What did you think of his play tonight?
Who's that?
Kovalenko.
Yeah, he was good again. Yep. I mean, he's starting to emerge as a guy that's pretty dangerous. His strength of his game for me is, you know, tops of the circles down in the offensive zone. I mean, he can play in traffic. He's got a low center of gravity. He's hard to knock off the puck. He's slippery and deceptive down there. And I've liked him more when we played him with a little bit more skill. Like played him up in the lineup. It seems like he thrives on that a little bit and likes that responsibility. So we restructured our lines before tonight's game, and that's where we put him. And I thought he was good. And he was good at the end of the Tampa game too with Middlestead and Val.
Just going off that, like, he's been on the fourth line for a little bit here now, but he has the confidence to try to move like he did in the second period. Like, do you like seeing that confidence from a young kid?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's just for him, like he did have a couple turnovers early in the game, and he's still learning a couple things, like when, you know, time and score of the game, when, like, I want him making skilled plays, but I also want him making high percentage plays. I don't want anything blind going into traffic areas, and I don't want him to force things when he could use his legs as an escape and hang on to the puck a little bit more. So it's just, there's a fine line between turning the puck over a lot and, you know, executing a lot of plays and turning it over every once in a while in a non-dangerous situation, right? So that's part of the game that he's learning. And we played him down the lineup too, and that there's purpose to that. Like I think from the start of the year to now, he's a much more responsible checker and a better defender than he was early in the year. He's getting himself above the puck quicker, and yeah, it just looks like he's getting used to the way the North American game is played.
Jesse.
Was that maybe Georgie's most solid 60 minutes this season?
Yeah, he was great. Yeah, I mean, he's played some good games for us, but I mean, whenever you can hold him to one and then do what he did in the shootout, I think it's pretty impressive.